My coworker kept stealing my ideas and taking credit, so I planted a terrible one that got her promoted parent and then fired. Sophie joined our marketing team last year and immediately started treating me like her personal idea generator. She'd listen to my pitch in team meetings, stay silent, then email a suspiciously similar concept to our boss an hour later with my innovative approach in the subject line. The first few times I convinced myself it was coincidence. By the third project she claimed, I confronted her privately. "I noticed you've been presenting my ideas as your own." She blinked innocently. "Great minds think alike. Besides, your delivery lacks confidence. I am just helping our concepts reach their full potential." I went to our manager David with examples. He shrugged it off. Confetti breeds creativity, and Sophie's presentations are more polished. Sophie was hired from a prestigious agency. I was promoted internally from customer service. The breaking point came when my campaign for our biggest client won an industry award parrot with Sophie's name on it. She gave an acceptance speech about her creative vision while I watched from the audience. My name wasn't even in the credits that night. I developed a plan, not for revenge, but for justice. At our next brainstorming session, I enthusiastically pitched an idea I'd spent weeks crafting to seem brilliant on the surface while being fundamentally flawed. My revolutionary social media strategy involved targeting users based on data points that violated 3 different privacy laws. I included just enough legitimate marketing jargon that only someone with regulatory compliance experience, which I had from my previous role, would spot the legal landmines. Sophie's eyes lit up as I spoke. As predicted, she emailed the concept to David and our executive team that afternoon, my fresh approach to the Thompson account. She called it "I Stayed Silent." 2 weeks later, Sophie was promoted to senior strategist based largely on the innovative thinking behind this campaign. The Thompson campaign launched exactly as Sophie had outlined it. 3 days later, we received a cease and desist letter from a consumer protection agency. A week after that, the client threatened to sue us for breach of contract and regulatory negligence. During the crisis meeting, our legal team dismantled every aspect of the campaign. "Who developed this strategy?" the head lawyer demanded. Sophie proudly raised her hand. "Did you consult with campaigns before implementation?" he asked. "I didn't think it was necessary," she stammered. "The concept was entirely mine." I quietly pulled out my original presentation notes with warning annotations about each legal issue and my recommendation to get compliance approval printed and all dated before Sophie's innovative approach email. 2 hours later, Sophie was escorted from the building. The company settled with the client, and I was assigned to develop a replacement campaign. David called me into his office the next day. He slid my annotated notes across his desk. "You knew exactly what would happen, didn't you?" I maintained eye contact. I presented a flawed concept, clearly marking the legal risks. Sophie chose to steal it without understanding it. All I did was let her take full credit for her actions. I didn't get Sophie's vacated senior strategist position. Instead, they created a new role for me, Director of Strategic Compliance, with a team of 3 and a 40% pay increase. Sometimes you don't need to expose a thief. You just need to let them steal the wrong thing.